This is your Egalitarian AF Truth Report for December 1st, 2025. These are the major developments shaping global justice, sovereignty, displacement, and human rights. From Venezuela to Palestine, Syria, Sudan, the US, and the Philippines, here's what's happening and why it matters. Israeli forces released Palestinian American teenager Mohammed Ibrahim, who had been detained without charges or trial. His family says he was denied legal counsel and held under administrative detention, a system that permits indefinite imprisonment with no formal proceedings. Ibrahim's release followed the diplomatic pressure, highlighting how easily due process disappears under occupation. Free Palestine. In Syria, Israeli forces conducted a cross border raid that left 13 people dead, including several fighters and at least one civilian. Local Syrian monitors reported explosions near military sites and residential areas. The operation raises concerns about regional escalation at a time when humanitarian needs and displacement in Syria remain severe. Civilians continue to pay the price in conflicts driven by larger powers. Free Syria. Donald Trump announced he intends to pardon the former president of Honduras, who was convicted in the U.S. on major drug trafficking charges. Go figure. Prosecutors had documented years of corruption and cartel collaboration during his presidency. Legal experts say a pardon would undermine anti-trafficking efforts across Central America. When convictions can be erased by political favors, justice becomes selective. And it's also kind of hypocritical for us to be going after Venezuela for drugs when we're pardoning a president that was convicted of drug trafficking. So that's how you know that this is all a lie and just a cover up for a bigger scheme. Following the shooting of the National Guard members near the border, Trump ordered an immediate halt to all asylum processing. Advocacy groups warns this violates domestic and international law, which it does, which requires governments to accept and review asylum claims regardless of circumstances. Suspending asylum entirely leaves vulnerable families stranded in dangerous conditions with nowhere to turn. But this was the purpose. And I wouldn't be too sure that the person that killed the National Guard members was really Afghan. Venezuela condemned Trump's declaration that all airspace surrounding the country is closed, calling it a violation of sovereignty and aviation law. Officials say the order disrupts commercial routes, humanitarian travel, and regional cooperation. International law does not allow a foreign nation to unilaterally declare another country's airspace closed. Actions like this deepen instability across the region. But the U.S. is going after Venezuela's oil reserves. So this is the real reason. Free Venezuela. In Manila, thousands of protesters took to the streets demanding the resignation of President Marcos Jr. over allegations of corruption and misuse of public funds. Demonstrators say rising food costs, inflation, and accusations of government abuse have pushed communities to the brink. When entire populations risk punishment to protest, it signals deep cracks in public trust. But the people are making the noise, and the people are calling for him to be removed. The U.S. should take some notes out of their book. Sudan's military leader, Burhan, has rejected peace proposals that would allow the RSF to remain intact. The RSF has been accused of massacres, sexual violence, and widespread displacement. Humanitarian groups warn that rejecting demobilization could prolong conflict and block political transition. Peace without accountability only recycles harm. And this harm is caused by the UAE and Israel. Free Sudan. These stories show how governments, militaries, and political leaders shape safety, justice, and sovereignty across regions. From border policies to airspace declarations to air raids, people on the ground face the consequences. And silence is complicity. We must speak out and expose the truth. Free Palestine, free Sudan, free Yemen, free Congo, free all oppressed people. This is your egalitarian AF Truth Report. Stay loud, stay aligned, stay egalitarian AF. And follow us on these social media platforms, please and thank you.